2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the New Orleans Pelicans. So for the Pelicans, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops too. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
said something. All right, anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love you.
Thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&TCenter in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Look at New Orleans. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And I think for New Orleans, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, DA. And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutrition has played a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them the skill level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt, and it's Miller in at the 3 spot. New Orleans with the ball. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Now here's Murray, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Over Payton. Pelicans pull it in, fresh from a win against Portland.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
DeRozan against Randall. DeRozan gets the bucket.
I love this effort by DeMar, attacking all the way.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. To the right side. And Holiday kicks to Payton. Off target from three-point range. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Suns in Phoenix. Floats one, and DeRozan with the layup. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
Murray against Payton. Holiday finds Payton. Outside, Davis. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. From 10 feet out. Here's Gasol. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
Miller, the pass to Payton. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's the teardrop. He goes up again, and Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now here's Murray. After the miss from Elfrid Payton. Murray, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Payton kicks to Davis. To the middle to stop the drought. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these, able to power through contact and finish.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Free throw no good for Holiday.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Payton kicks to Davis. Shot from 12, and he hits the jump shot. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Never out of character. Anthony Davis never worried about who's guarding him. He just plays.
Inside, it's stolen by Randall. Miller inside. He's covered by Gay. Miller, no luck.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Here's Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post. Pelicans trail by 6. Payton finds Holiday. Back to Payton. Inside. Here's Davis. A shot off that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
Trying to get open is Miller, and it's Davis missing.
And on some plays, everything goes your way, except for the finish.
Murray, the pass to Gay. Kicks to Aldridge. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays.
Payton against Gay. It's stolen by DeRozan. Gay scanning the floor. He dishes it to DeRozan. Outside Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Gay, that's a two-pointer. Tipped away. Goes back up. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Right side Holiday. Here's Payton. The feed to Miller. Pass to Davis. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Well, last season, DeMar DeRozan, one of the handful of NBA players, Steve, who bravely spoke out about mental health and how it impacts them personally.
Yeah, had a great column in which he talked about his depression and anxiety. Never easy for a star athlete or anyone to be so frank about that kind of subject. Takes a lot of courage to do that, and DeRozan was rightfully applauded for his honesty.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Great showing for him last season. 1st in blocks, 2nd in scoring, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Now here is Holiday. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Randall kicks to Holiday. From deep, Moore. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
To end the run, and it's laid in by Davis.
Beating everyone to the board, using his length, his skill set, the big fella AD, getting it done.
DeRozan passes to Murray. Randall with some nice deep. Pelicans trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Now here's Gay. You saw him with 10 points last game. Pirtle kicks to Gay. Over Randall. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Davis with the ball for New Orleans. Moore in the corner. Gay against Randall. Holiday finds Randall. Over Gay. That's good from Randall on the assist by Holiday. And now it's only a 5-point San Antonio lead. And San Antonio shooting 42% to begin this game. The pass to Gay. Pass to DeRozan. Over Holiday. And he overshot that one, missing. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Randall. Over Aldridge. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star
in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Steve, now that you've had a little time away from the game as a player, what are some of the things you notice now that maybe you didn't notice when you were playing before?
Well, I think right now the emphasis on nutrition. Kevin, I did not take that serious. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted to. And I think also right now I look and love what is going on technology-wise as far as guys being able to use technology to help their game and to enhance their game.
Now here's Mills. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Mills following the score by New Orleans. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Well, Steve, E'Twaun Moore, a fantastic sharp-shooting wing for this team.
Yes, Moore hasn't always been a big shooter from deep. That part of his game has grown in the last few seasons. But as he's taken more threes, his overall shooting percentage has risen. That's something you just don't see.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Well, you look at Bellinelli, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Mills. Bertle, the pass to Mills. Bellinelli with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bellinelli's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by New Orleans.
Frazier kicks to Moore. Goes up on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
From deep, Walker. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Now here's Frazier. Defense is right there. Okafor, high post. Moore outside. Back to Okafor. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Mills finds Bellinelli. Walker in the corner. And stolen by Mirotic. Throws it up high. And then Okafor slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And he gets the bucket.
Really nice work. Hurdle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
51 seconds left in the first. Hill kicks to Mirotic. Here's Frazier. And Bertle pulls it down. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The 3 from Mills. Mirotic grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 4. And Okafor slams it in.
Nice pass. And what I like about Moore, this is a guy who can produce in a number of ways. And he's focused on execution.
Mills looking it over. Poked loose. buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Frazier with it. Here's Mirotic. And it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
Ending this one with a bang.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, on the perimeter, Moore and Hill. Mirotic out there with Jahlil Okafor. And it's Frazier in at the point guard position. That one drops. He ties it up. Steve, you know there are so many ways you can impact the game at crunch time, but there are certain guys, as you also know, that thrive on taking that last shot.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is one of those guys. They call it Dame time. James Harden, Kyrie. You look at Steph Curry. These guys have the basketball in their hands. They want to take the last shot. Kevin Durant, the greats, Russell Westbrook, they want it in their hands to be able to decide the outcome of the game, and they want it all on their shoulders.
Now here's Walker. Mills passes to Pirtle. And Walker kicks to Bellinelli. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 1.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Moore against Bellinelli. Moore with the bucket.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Feeds it to Pirtle. On the wing, Bellinelli. Here's Pirtle. He kicks to Mills. From about 19 feet, Okafor grabs the miss. The Pelicans shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Moore. Here's Hill. He can't get that one to fall. Walker with some nice D. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Pau Gasol's checked in for Pirtle. And then for New Orleans, Darius Miller comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Payton in for Tim Frazier. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Now, here's Mills. Walker against Hill. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Walker's shot is off.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Payton dishes to Mirotic. Back to Payton. Over Mills. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Mills, covered by Payton. Walker surveying the floor, and here's Mills for three. Cans it from downtown. Mills has got 5 points so far.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
The first free throw is good. Steve, the Pelicans, a team that plays a very high-paced style under coach Alvin Gentry. Tops, in fact, in the NBA.
Kevin, as a player, you love playing in that kind of system. You know you're going to get plenty of chances and touches whenever you're on the floor. Pelicans have the personnel to make it work and play at a high-paced style game as well.
Both free throws good for Okafor. Here's Murray. Kicks to DeRozan. It's rebounded by Payton.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Payton. Okafor's got the lead up to 2 now for New Orleans. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Okafor against Gasol. Outside DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. He lays it in. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Holiday against Walker. Here's Okafor. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over Walker. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Great effort there. Aldridge sniffs out the shot, sends it back.
Walker the pass to Murray. DeRozan scanning the floor. Double team on Aldridge. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Spurs.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And DeRozan throws it down.
He's on a roll. Can't let DeRozan get into rhythm. He will torch you all night.
And here is Payton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Okafor finds Davis. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. No good with the elbow jumper.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Miller against DeRozan. And Holiday has it in the corner to the inside. Gasol with the steal. And here comes the break. DeRozan, that's good. Now it's a 4-point San Antonio lead.
DeMar DeRozan is so good when he has space to get out and get his legs moving on a break.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Right side Davis. Here's the dish to Payton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Elfrid Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
And the first one at the line is good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the Spurs making a change here. Gay's checked in. And the Pelicans also making a change. Randall's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. We know players love offensive play. We know fans love offensive play. But Smitty, do you think we should care more as fans and players about what players do on the defensive end?
Well, I think so, Kevin, but I think it's the history of sports, especially our game in basketball. Just the players that lead the league in scoring, they get all the credit and all the endorsements. Guys who play defense, we'll pick out 1 or 2, but we don't go overboard when we see guys that are defensively good. We don't talk enough about the defensive side and the impact these individuals have.
And fans appreciate good defense, don't they? Fans like good defense.
Yeah, they do, especially the fans that understand that you need defense to win championships.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Now here's Murray to the middle. Knocked away. DeRozan against Holiday. Over Murray. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Drew Holiday.
We know Drew likes to get to the rim, but he's developed a mid-range jumper for when the defense is playing him that way.
And they double up DeRozan. Shoots. Nice form on the 20-footer. DeRozan's got 17.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Payton passes to Davis. Payton against Murray. Davis. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Anthony Davis.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Randall. Lays it up off the glass. Randall's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now Murray. 9 points last game out. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Pirtle, he's checked in for the Spurs. And New Orleans also making a change. Tim Frazier's checked in for Elfrid Payton. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Pirtle with the steal. Oh, and here comes Gay all alone. And finished off by Gay.
Pushing in transition, Rudy with the size, the athletic ability, the scoring ability, he can finish.
Frazier dishes to Randall. Outside for Davis. Offline with his 3. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's DeRozan. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Murray against Frazier. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Murray. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Etuan Moore comes in for Drew Holiday. For New Orleans, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Both shots good from the stripe. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were 3rd in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
Clock at 6. Here's Mills. Bertle, the pass to Bellinelli. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Bellinelli's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Frazier against Gay, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 1st foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For New Orleans, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Free throw good, Frazier. And Smitty, the 3-point shot last season, not the Spurs' best friend.
They rarely shoot a ton of threes, but the ones they take, they usually make at a high clip. They had a new starting point guard, and Kawhi Leonard only played 9 games. That won't help.
San Antonio making a switch here. Berton is checked in. So he gets them both. And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his 3rd foul of the game. .136 left in the first half of basketball. Bertans kicks to Mills. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. New Orleans in the lead. Down low. Here's Randle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Randle's got 13.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Gay fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him. Gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
The free throw off from Gay.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
And a fast break now for the Spurs. Gay with the ball. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
As soon as he had the ball in his hands, he put the pressure on the defense and found the opening.
Frazier left side. Moore outside. And Hill has it in the corner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Etuan Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
Etuan Moore gives you the production, but he also gives you the intangible. He plays like an older brother.
It's stolen by Frazier. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Each Moore isn't a guy who draws a lot of fouls, but right there, his aggressiveness gets him to the line.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
Gay against Hill to the wing right side. Mills, that's a two-pointer. And the Spurs scoring again.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
And here's Moore outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Elford, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elford. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
He bullied his way inside for a ton of rebounds, and until they get a body on him, he's just going to keep coming at him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. The shot by Holiday, no good. For the lead, and there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it. He's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
Payton attacking to the paint. Over in the corner, Randall. The three-pointer, no good. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. And that one goes long.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play. Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pelicans trail by 3. Payton right side. Pass to Holiday. Now the feed to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's DeRozan. Buries it from about 10 feet away. DeRozan's got 21.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Payton surveying the floor. Randall finds Miller. And stolen by Aldridge. And DeRozan throws it down.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Pelicans trail by 5. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Gay in the corner. Back to Murray. Spurs passing it around. Holiday against DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. And the Spurs scoring again. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Walker's checked in for Rudy Gay.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Now here is Davis. 14 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there. Holiday's got 8. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to DeRozan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Overall, a fantastic 2018 campaign for the Pelicans. 48 wins, made it to the conference semifinals as the 6th seed in the West. Not bad.
The Spurs have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he knocks down the first one. And Steve, the highlight of last season for the Pelicans, a surprise sweep of the Portland Trail Blazers.
You know, few picked the Pelicans to win that first-round matchup, but nobody picked them to sweep. A lot to like and to build off for this team coming off last season.
Okafor's checked in for Julius Randle. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Walker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. 5th on the list, Anthony Davis.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
That free throw good from Walker.
And for the Spurs, they're still finding ways to improve the roster, but you can never really replace a Tim Duncan.
And speaking of Duncan, Steve, there were just so many ways in which he affected winning.
Yeah, the scoring efficiency from Tim Duncan, the interior defense, the defensive rebounding, plus his physical and mental toughness. Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by New Orleans. Murray left side. Baseline J on the way, and Davis sends it back. And it's Miller penetrating. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The Pelicans, they've seen improvement over the past few seasons. Offense has become more and more efficient. Defensively have gone from a poor defensive team to a top 10 defensive team in just one season.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Steve, with the Pelicans' improvement, a lot of it has to do with the work their players have put in.
2 guys that come to mind for me are Drew Holiday and E'Twaun Moore. Both those guys have improved a lot. The team's had a plan to improve for several years now, and they stuck with it. A lot of franchises might have demanded overnight success, but the Pelicans front office avoiding rushing progress.
Both free throws good for Miller.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pelicans trail by 3. Now, here is Miller. Here's Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
And he can't get the first one. Some changes for New Orleans. Mirotic comes in for Darius Miller. And Moore subbed in for Payton. San Antonio calls timeout.
Some people see Popovich as uncompromising. He can be that way. But working things out with LaMarcus Aldridge last year, just another great coaching achievement.
So a moment now to see the story on LaMarcus Aldridge. Last season, he played outstanding. 9th in scoring, 17th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Back to Murray. Out to DeRozan. Over Mirotic. San Antonio again missing. And with that Aldridge situation, Popovich said he was the first player to ever bluntly ask him for a trade.
And Popovich replied, Kevin, I'll be happy to trade you. You get me a talent like Kevin Durant, I'll drive you to the airport. Later, Pop says he was over-coaching Aldridge on the offensive end and took care of it.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And last season, a bit of a breakout one for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
Mills, he's checked in for Murray. And it's tied up with that one. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate, and then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is what you like with today's guards. A lot of them have that extra size and strength to challenge in the paint.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 and 5 here.
Now, how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bertin is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Pirtle. Over Okafor. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Walker. Pirtle's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. Shoots over Pirtle. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Walker in the corner. Shoots it. Kept alive. DeRozan. That's good.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Moore dishes to Holiday. Got a hand on it.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 11. Passes it to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Holiday gets the bucket.
And that's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Sees the opportunity, gets his shot inside.
San Antonio leading. Mills with it. He's got 7. And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Mills. The 3. A second chance effort. And the nice bucket inside from DeRozan. DeRozan's got 16 points here in the second half.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
Davis finds Moore. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Holiday, the pass to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
He's in that AD rhythm. Defensively, you need to try and deny him the ball. He's too hot.
Outside DeRozan. Here's Pirtle. He has 6. And here's Mills from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Mills has got 10.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide-open man.
Holiday up top, guarded by Walker. Here's Mirotic. Here's Davis. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Davis has got 10 points in the quarter.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Outside DeRozan. And here's Mills. 10 points for him. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Purdy. Okafor with the steal. Here's Moore. Doesn't go that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Outside Mirotic. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. 9 points in the game so far.
And that shot is like a layup for Mirotic. That one well within his range.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for Patty Mills. And it's Bellinelli in for Walker. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. DeRozan against Moore. And DeRozan kicks to Bellinelli. Feeds to Pirtle. From 8. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Pirtle's got 8 points. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Holiday attacking, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
And that's Holiday taking it right to the defense, being aggressive, drawing contact.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
DeRozan finds Bellinelli. Gay outside. Pass to DeRozan. Now Pirtle. Here's DeRozan, covered by Mirotic. 4 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, DeRozan's shot is off. The Pelicans trail for the lead from 12 feet out. Passes it to Moore. And Holiday has it in the corner. And again, New Orleans has no luck. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. To the middle, now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Excellent setup. Gay has worked on his court vision over the years. Pays off right there.
Moore against DeRozan, and Moore kicks to Holiday. It's Hill on the wing, trying to get open. It's Davis. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Spurs leading by 3 on the court for the Pelicans. Getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Mirotic. Elfrid Payton is out there with Miller. Then it's Randall. And it's Hill in at the 3.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Murray kicks to DeRozan. Hill with some nice D. Pelicans trail by 3. Got a piece of it. Randall passes to Hill. Mirotic with it. Dishes it to Payton. Trying to get open is Randall. And he recovers it. Payton, that's good. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute play. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Over Hill. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 35.
That kind of shot is something that DeRozan has worked hard on to make consistent.
To the inside, Miller. That one misses. Some solid defense from Gay. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Murray, good.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Murray against Payton. Now here is Miller. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And the Spurs with some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's LaMarcus Aldridge in for DeMar DeRozan. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Murray kicks to Gay. Pass to Gasol. Murray against Payton. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight. Pelicans trail by 6. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Down low. It's stolen by Bellinelli. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Wide open look here for Murray. Second shot opportunity. Aldridge finds Gay, and they pick up 2. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
Payton against Murray. And there's the pass to Randall. Here's Payton. That one's not going to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Aldridge slams it in.
At the rack. Heartless. Aldridge using his size, being aggressive.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Hill. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. That's a 2 from Bellinelli, and the shot is long.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Here's Randall. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
Now here is Aldridge over Mirotic. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist from Gay. Gay's got 4 assists now tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Payton against Murray. Payton outside. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Payton against Murray. Pass to Holiday. Right side, Mirotic. Shoots from the elbow.
A good defensive position by Aldridge. Veteran play. He really affected that shot.
Here's Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Payton dishes to Randall. To the paint, and stolen by Murray. In transition, here come the Spurs. And Bellinelli kicks to Aldridge. Passes to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Aldridge's shot is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Payton against Murray. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Walker's checked in for the Spurs. Holiday against Walker. And another turnover here by New Orleans. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Spurs leading by 14. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Walker. And here is Gasol. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Steve, even to this day, Pau Gasol can be a factor on the offensive end.
He's really developed range later in his career. You can still post him up. He can still pass it. He shares it. And an underrated competitor.
New Orleans making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Now here's Payton. At the elbow, Randall. Inside. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Dominating at the rim, something AD has always enjoyed.
Now Murray. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 19-6 run. He kicks it to Gay. Randall against Aldridge. It's stolen by Davis. Miller, the pass to Davis. That one doesn't go. Good D by Gasol. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his 1st foul. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Outside, Walker. Here's Aldridge. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Here's Gay. Following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Gasol kicks to Murray. And the pass to Aldridge. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Holiday against Walker. Holiday finds Payton outside. Davis, 5 on the clock. Back to Payton. The tray. Murray with the defensive effort.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Gay passes to Murray. Now here's Gasol. Murray outside. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Woo shots.
The first one falls.
One of the most productive all-around players in the game. AD has already accomplished a lot individually. Next, winning. It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Gay. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
High percentage look for mid-range. Rudy quick into the air and accurate from that distance.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Miller. He dishes it to Holiday. He feeds it to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 25 points for Davis.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Holiday against DeRozan. Over Holiday, and Davis pulls it down.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Miller. And so he hits both. Murray with it. It's an 8-point differential. Kicks it to Gay. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Holiday dishes to Payton. Outside, Davis. Back to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Gay outside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 16th rebound on the night. It's stolen by DeRozan. They push it up 4 on 3. Murray the pass to DeRozan. Over Holiday. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And it's 37 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Now here's Davis. It's Davis on the wing. Over Gasol. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game. Murray against Holiday. Passes it to Gasol. Knocked loose. 5 to shoot. Here's Murray. That shot off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Payton finds Davis. Back to Payton. Over Murray. Misses off the right iron.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for San Antonio.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeMar DeRozan.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
But they'll get another chance. Right wing. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Holiday against DeRozan. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, you know, even if it's on the defensive end, you know, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.